We're here with Alondes Williams, the new training camp invite here by the Miami Heat. Alondes, first of all, did you see Jimmy Butler's new look? What do you think about it? What should his stage name be?
Man, yeah, I saw it. Hey, it's Jimmy, so I can't really say nothing about it for real, but I don't know. What should be his stage name?
I think Jimmy Eat World is sitting right there. Pretty easy.
I gotta come up with one. I don't know about one right now.
Have you played against Jimmy before?
Nah, not yet.
No.
But I need to in a one-on-one or something before practice or something.
Yeah.
I'm curious, you haven't been in the league for very long, but just your general impressions of the Miami Heat before you got here and your impressions now, why it is that you decided to join this team for training camp.
Just growing up as a kid, I always liked the Miami just because of Dwayne Wade, and then one of my favorite players, LeBron James, ended up coming here, so it made me even more of a fan, just like in a culture, like definitely being here and seeing a culture, like their family, they hard nosed over here, and that's basically how I grew up, hard grind, playing tough people all the time, playing physical all the time, just a real competitive team, so that's why I like it over here.
What do you when you say that you saw the culture and you think you can bring something to that? You think that's part of who you are?
Yeah.
What is it that you're going to bring to the team this year if you get the opportunity to play with the group?
Just a lot of energy, toughness, a lot of defense, and whatever they really need me to do for real. Like I'm a dog. I like to be competitive all the time.
Yeah. You said you've already got a taste for the culture. Like, what's your experience so far? And you mentioned that they're kind of like a family environment. Mm-hmm. You've already seen that, but I mean that's something that we hear a lot of players say, that the consistency over the last few decades and stuff like that's pretty much a standard here at the team.
Yeah.
But you already been able to identify that even just a few weeks here with the group.
Yeah, definitely just me being me and like my personality. I'm a people's person, so like a lot of people just gravitate towards me. So it was kind of like fast to see like. They treat you like family here, so it was kind of quick.
That's nice.
What is it that you envision in terms of your development here and what they can do for you? Because we know so much about the Heat's developmental system. Is there maybe another player that you looked at and you're like, maybe I could follow that kind of path? Or is there anything like that you envision?
I ain't not yet, but I'm still trying to find my own way, and more and more like we come in practice and stuff like. I'm starting to see how people be working out, how they do things. So for right now, it's just really me trying to find myself, but I'm gonna get there.
What's the off season like? Like we don't really see it too much, but you've already been working out with the team.
Well, with Miami, it's a lot of running, so a lot of conditioning. So that's how the off season.
More than you're used to?
Nah, yeah, it was a lot more than I used to. Like we ain't really do a lot of that, but I liked it. It was cool.
Yeah?
Yeah. Got my little win up there more.
Well, I mean, you got to be able to put the work in, right? That's a big part of what makes people stand out here. So I guess the conditioning kind of leads into that, right?
What was it about? Why do you say it's like a lot of running? Like, tell me about your first practice, where you're like, wow, damn, this is a lot of running.
Man, literally, when I got here, I got off the flight late at night. I had to work out the next day, and the workout was, I think, 2 10s. So you had to run down 2 times, 10 times. It was just crazy. I'm like, man, we ain't get no warm up. We don't you stretch, shoot some shots before or something. We just get the straight running, huh?
And you can't just kind of take a break either. You got to be able to put in you got to show that you can handle it.
Yeah,
that's a lot of pressure.
It's up here on the practice floor where that happened.
Yeah, right there.
Who's in the room with you when you're doing that? Who's watching you?
Man, all the coaches. Pat Riley over there watching you. Man, it'd be crazy. He'd be like, I gotta make this.
What's the worst practice you've ever been a part of, or maybe the hardest practice, or just the craziest practice story? Any level of basketball. Could have been when you were 7. Any level.
I don't know. I ain't really had no hard practices. It's just coaches be yelling and cussing people out. That's really I ain't really have a really hard practice, but Miami probably be one, but but I ain't get to that yet.
What's the worst game you've ever had? Especially when you're growing up, a game that kind of just was your turning point that you were like, I don't ever want to play like this again.
I think it was one game in junior college. I just couldn't make a bucket at first. In the first Like first half,
Yeah.
I just couldn't make a bucket. I was mad. My coach is like, bro, just chill. Like you gonna get there. You gonna make shots. I'm like, all right. But that was the one day I was like, all right, I can't play like this again. I think I went like 0 for 10 in the beginning. I was like, I ain't never did this before.
But that's like a learning opportunity, too,
Yeah,
right? That's the whole
for
thing.
sure.
Yeah.
Whose player highlights do you watch the most?
Growing up, I used to always watch LeBron James. Like that's how I model my game after. But I like watching Jrue Holiday. You know, just defense. I'm a big guard, just like him. Like score whenever I want to. Like just things like that. But definitely like the defensive side. That's why I watch a lot of Jrue Holiday, and I watch a little James Harden too, here and there.
That's
trying
not
to
on the
grab the step
defensive
back,
side.
or-
Nah. That's just more like combo moves, trying to work on that. But defensive wise, I watch Jrue Holiday.
What's your wingspan?
Man, 6'5".
Okay.
It
Not
ain't
the Jrue
that.
Holiday
Yeah,
wingspan.
it ain't that. But
So what you're telling Heat fans is that you have the defense of Jrue Holiday and the offense of James Harden. That's basically what we're looking at.
I ain't gonna say offensive James Harden. I say more of like a LeBron offense. Like I'm a all around player. I like to pass first and then let the scoring come afterwards. But defensive side, Jrue Holiday.
You sound a little old school in your approach to basketball.
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah, a little bit.
What's like missing in today's game, in your opinion? What would you like to see more of?
I feel like I want to see a lot of mid range. Like I feel like a lot of these teams don't like that no more.
Right.
It's really like a lot of going to the basket or 3 points, and I'll be like, dang, like this is my game. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of people always try to compare me to DeMar DeRozan in high school.
I was about to bring him up.
And like I kind of watched them a little bit too, cause like I always liked the mid ranges too. Like my dad used to always teach me like, yeah, you gotta shoot the mid range. So. I feel like that's what's missing.
There's a guy on this team who likes to mid-range a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss DeMar when he retires. I know he's not getting close to it, but like he's, it's the kind of last stage of his career. Like when he's gone, I don't see anybody with like the footwork stuff that he's doing anymore. Right?
At all.
D Wade was hanging on for a while doing it. Now it's DeMar. I don't really think of anybody else in terms of like that footwork, like that Kobe stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, when he's
that's
gone,
facts.
it's like it might just be gone. I don't know that anybody else is
That's
bringing
facts.
it back.
That's
It's
facts.
crazy. Alondes, we really appreciate the time, man.
Man, no
Good
problem.
luck. We'll see you in Boca.
Yeah, I appreciate it.